When it comes to news trading and fundamentals in Forex trading, there are different methods you can use to actually trade and make money in Forex. So on this video today, I'm going to take you step by step on whatsoever you need and how you're able to set up your chart and you're able to place trade and trade live with fundamentals. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Ndemeza Golof. On this channel we talk everything about trading, personal finance, travel and business tips. So you've been asking yourself, how do you trade or how can you trade fundamentals or news in Forex trading? Or does fundamental trading even still work? Because it used to work back in the days, but today if you don't know what you are doing, then it can be very, very suicidal. You can actually blow up your account if you don't know how to trade news nowadays. So to even begin, what is fundamental trading? Fundamental trading in Forex just stands for the ability for you to be able to place your trade based on news. All right, so you place your trade based solely on the particular news or the particular fundamental that you have at that particular point in time. So that's what we just call fundamental trading, or as simple as news trading. So the question is, does news trading even still works? The question is yes. News trading still work. I still use news trading every day. Even if you check on some of my live trading, my live tradings that I used to do on my chart, on my YouTube channel, I do live trading with news trading. So it still work nowadays. So if you're new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with most of this news trading strategy, then please hit the subscribe button below. Also leave a thumb up on the video so that I will know that you're having some value on the or some value from the content, and I'll be able to produce similar content to this. So news trading still work nowadays. It still work, but you need to be able to know exactly what you are doing. You need to be able to know that the paradigm or the strategies which used to work in maybe 2010 or 2015, they're not more working today. So there's what they call modification. That there's nowhere on YouTube you're going to find this modification. There's nowhere on Google you're going to be able to find this modification. That's why I'm bringing these modifications to you today, and I'm also going to be able to show you on a live account how you can be able to use this modification to trade Forex. So to even begin, what are the apps? What are some of the apps which you need to be able to trade news? What are some of the apps which you need to be able to trade the fundamentals? If you want to know more about the apps you need to be able to trade fundamentals, then just check this video, which I'm going to leave a link up here. So just click on this video. It will take you to a video which I already prepared that guides you on how to be able to set up your chart and get your chart ready for fundamental trading. So let me just take a recap about the apps which we need. So the app which we need, first thing first, we need MT5. It's very obvious. You know, we have MT5, we have MT4, and we have CTrader and other trading platforms. But what I want you to be able to use is MT5. Just from MT5, MT5 is the updated version of MT4. So with MT5, we can do drag and drop. We can set our stop loss limit without any problem and stuff like that. So you need MT5. So after MT5, the second thing you need is a broker with lower spread. A broker with lower spread, and it must be an ECN broker. So if you are signing up for any broker, these are two things you must be able to do. That broker must have these two things. The first thing, the broker should have low spread, very low spread, and the second and the most important thing, the broker must be an ECN broker. I've talked a lot about ECN brokerage firm on my channel. So if you check on my channel, you see a lot of videos I've talked about ECN brokerage firm. So your broker must be an ECN. If you want to use the same broker I use IC Market, as I've always discussed it on my channel. I use IC Market, and that's an ECN broker, and they even have a spread as low as 0 pips. So what they just want you to do is, when you trade and you make money, you pay them just a commission. So you can even have spread that go at zero as low as 0 pips. So you must have an ECN broker, and you must have a broker that is having very low spread. Okay, that's that about the broker. And then after you've had that set up, you need investing.com. You need an app. You need an app that will enable you to be able to monitor the news as soon as the news is released. So in this case, I used to use investing.com or Forex Factory. but you can settle for investing.com. Investing.com is very simple. The platform is simple to navigate, everything and stuff like that. So you can use investing.com and you'll be able to set up your chart, and you'll be able to also monitor everything as the news opens. So you just have to go to investing.com, you just sign up your account, and when you sign up your account, you see something like this. Let me show you. Okay, you can see now we are on investing.com. If I just click on today, you see these are the news events which we are expecting them to happen today. So here you see you have the time. You can see the time the news is going to be released. You can see the currency pair. You can see the impact. I've explained time without number how you can set up your investing.com to show you only the high impact news. So check this video above. Check this video, which I'm going to leave a link above, so that it will guide you on how to be able to set your investing.com. So that's the app you're going to be able to use to read the news as soon as the news is released. Then the next app which I want you to be able to set, or it's a website, is just called time.is. With time.is, when you go here, it shows you your time right down to the millisecond. Because you know, when you are trading the news, 1 second can either make you millions or make you lose millions. So you don't want to lose even a millisecond. So with time.is, you can see on my screen, this is time.is. It's showing you your time as it goes, even right down to the millisecond. If you check it up here, it's right down to the second. So you need this app to be able to see your time. Okay. Let me just go back to the home screen. Then after that, the next app which you need is Hot Forex. You need this Hot Forex. Hot Forex, you know, they are a broker, but the only thing we just need with them is their PIP calculation tool. You just need this position size calculator. Okay, so you just have to follow the link below. I left a link below, or you just go to Hot Forex. When you go to Hot Forex, click on tool, and when you click on tools, you'll be able to see position size calculator. When you go on position size calculator, it enables you to be able to know the exact lot size you can use based on the particular margin you are having. So let's just assume you have a $1,000 account. So what lot size can you be able to use on that particular account? What lot size can you be able to use so that if the news is released, your chart will be able to be triggered? Because if you use a very high lot size, if the news is released, maybe the lot size will be higher than your margin requirements. So you're going to be able to lose the trade. So you have to be able to use not a very low lot, and if you use also a very low lot size, maybe you're going to be leaving money on the table. So what can you use to be able to know the equilibrium, or to know the particular lot size which you can be able to use? So this website, you just go here. When you go here, you choose the currency pair you are trading, you choose the instrument you are trading. You can see here we have Forex. You choose the leverage that your broker is offering. Then you go on calculate volume. You put the account size. Margin is the account size. For example, let's just say you have a $1,000 account. So you just put 1,000. You click on calculate. You see. So with a $1,000 account, and if I'm trading US dollar card with the lot size of with a margin of 1,000, that's your $1,000 balance. And if I'm trading USD card and I have a leverage of 1:500, then the highest lot size that I can use on this account is 5. That's the highest lot size I can use on this account. Because you know, with news trading, this is a high risk trading. I know with the higher the risk, the higher the profit. That's the irony with trading. So I've already talked about all these apps that you need to be able to launch your trade. And after the next question is, which fundamentals can you trade? Because if you go to investing.com, let's go back to investing.com. If you check like today, only today, you see I click on today, and if I click on today, you see only from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. today, we have more than 10 different fundamentals, or more than 10 different news that you can trade. But out of all these 10 news that you can trade, I'm going to trade only one. The only one I'm going to be trading is this employment change, which is at 2:30 my time, okay? Which is at 2:30. So you see, most of these other news events, they're going to be able to have impact on your chart, but you mustn't trade them. You have to be able to stay out of these news events, because 2017, right? It said 2017. So this is 2021. That's 4 years. That's 4 years, I think. And I have a lot of record inside here. Let me see. You see, all the news events that I used to trade, everything is inside here, you see. So I take record of everything. I take record of everything, how the news works and everything. So each and every news that I used to trade, you can see I take notes of all those news events. So if I'm telling you anything, on camera, I'm telling you out of experience. I've been using that same style. I've been practicing that same way for more than 4 years. That's why I'm able to tell you, so you can just follow the same steps and avoid the same mistakes which I made. So let's start with US dollar. For US dollar, the only currency, the only fundamental which you should be washing out, you have NFP, that's the non-farm payroll. You have ADP, non-farm employment, that's another fundamental. So you can just be taking them down, or I'll also leave them on the screen. Then the next one which you can also trade is the unemployment rate. That's all for the US dollar. All right. Then when you go to the Canadian dollar, you have the GDP, you have the number 2, you have the core CPI, you have the unemployment change, you have the core retail sales. So that's all for the Canadian dollar. You go to GDP, you have manufacturing PMI, you have construction PMI, you have GDP, and you have CPI. All right, that's all for GDP. Then you go for when you go to NZD, New Zealand dollar, you have just the GDP. That's the only thing I trade for the New Zealand dollar. Then when you go to the Australian dollar, you have retail sales, so you can trade the retail sales, and you can trade the employment change and the interest rate. All right. So beside this, this is almost about 14. This is about 14 different topics, or about 14 different fundamentals that you can trade. So in a month, you can take just about between 10 to 14 different fundamental trades. But on your chart, if you check between a month, you can have about 50 different fundamental, or even up to 80 different fundamental news that you can trade. But now I've been able to, from years of experience, these are the news events which they're going to be able to have impact on the market, which you can easily predict, which you can easily set your target without your brokers or without the liquidity providers triggering your stop losses and making stop loss hunting for you to blow your account. So you stick only to these particular fundamentals. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next step. So we've been able to talk about the tools which you need to be able to trade Forex. All these steps that I'm giving are the updated steps. If you want to be able to make money from trading the news in 2021 and above, this is what you have to do. There's no other shortcut. This is what you have to do. So we've spoken about the tools which you need. We've spoken about the fundamentals which you can trade. Now let's go to the methodology. All right, this is the juicy part, and this is what you guys have been waiting for. I've done a lot of live trade on my channel, and most of the time what you guys always ask is, okay, the step-by-step guidance on how we can be able to take this trade ourselves. So the methodology, let's go on the methodology, and I'll be able to show you how to use all these apps, how to be able to use these apps, and also on how to place your trade and manage the trade. Okay, so let's go on my chart so that we can get into the methodology, and I'll be able to show you step by step. So you see now we are on my chart. You can see now we are on my chart, and today I'm just going to show you this on a demo account. Since we don't have any news event, for now. We don't have any news event. The only news event which we're going to be trading, and I'll also trade it live, will be at 2:30 my time. So for now, I'm going to be able to show you step by step on this account, so that you can be able to learn how we'll be able to trade live at 2:30. So when I come here, okay, let's just take for example. This is the information we have today. We're going to be placing a trade at 2:30 p.m. today. Okay, so and the trade we're going to be placing is affecting which currency? You can see here the same currency is affecting the Canadian dollar. All right, everything is so simple. When you understand how to do this thing, it becomes so interesting. All right, it becomes so interesting. That means when you're placing your trade, it's like you're setting up your computer for a video game. Meanwhile, you're also making money along the way. So it becomes so interesting. So we have a news event at 2:30. Okay, so and when you know the time the news event is coming out, you also come here and you check on the currency pair which that news event is affecting. We also know that the news event is affecting the Canadian dollar. So we've checked that. We go on our chart. So when we go on our chart, we choose any currency pair. You choose any currency pair that has Canadian dollar. Okay. Now we have many currency pairs here. We have GDP card, we have Euro card, we have AUD card, NZD card, but I prefer USD card because USD card is very liquid. Okay, USD card is very liquid. But now, I prefer when you want to trade with USD card, you also have to be very careful. You also have to be very careful because in some days, particularly Canadian dollar, particularly this particular news, the Canadian dollar employment change is always coupled with non-farm payroll. It's always coupled with another news which is affecting another currency pair. So, and they all happen at the same time. So just imagine we're trading with USD card, and at that same time, 2:30 USD has a fundamental which has to do with non-farm payroll, and at the same time, Canadian dollar has a fundamental that has to do with the Canadian dollar. So you see, there's going to be a conflict. There will be a conflict between the two fundamentals at that particular point in time. So the chart, that's what at that point in time, if you check on your chart, you just see your chart will just go up and down, up and down, up and down without having any specific direction. And before you even have a specific direction, it must have triggered all your stops and even blow up your account. So when you are trading with a particular currency pair, make sure there is no other fundamental which is affecting that particular currency pair. So now I choose USD card because at 2:30 the only fundamental which will be affecting this currency pair will be the fundamental that has to do with the Canadian dollar. If I go back to investing.com at 2:30, you can see everything is silent. There is no fundamental on the US dollar. The US dollar has no fundamental. So the US dollar is going to be quiet at that time. And the only currency pair, which is going to be volatile or making noise at that time, will be the Canadian dollar. So I can easily make my decision, I can easily set my target, and I can easily set my stop. So that's one thing you have to notice before you even take a currency pair. So since we've already known that nothing is going to be happening, on the US dollar at 2:30, the only fundamental is going to be on the Canadian dollar. We're choosing this particular currency pair. So when you choose this particular currency pair, what you do is 5 minutes before the news release. So let's take, for example, this news is going to be released at 2:30. So at 2:25, you come to this website, you go to time.is, you come to this website, you're going to be able to see the minutes, you're going to be able to see the minutes here, and you're going to be able to see the seconds here. So at 2:25, because we'll be taking the trade at 2:30. So at 2:25, you come here, exactly 2:25:00, you go back to your chart. All right? You go back to your chart, and this is how I'm going to show you how to set up your pending orders. The strategy we're going to be using here is called the straddle strategy. The straddle strategy has been there since the 1980s. It has been there. But now, it is very tricky to trade with this strategy because many people didn't know the modification. Many people didn't know the update and how to be able to fight with the market. Because at first, people just used to place their buy stop, their sell stops. Then brokers already know that before the news release, you're going to have your buy stop at this particular level, your sell stop at this particular level. So obviously, they will manipulate the market, or even liquidity providers, they will do it, just manipulate the market, trigger out your positions, then the market will go normally on your intended direction. But before it goes on your intended direction, you must have blow up your entire account. But now, as time goes on, we've been able to develop more strategies on how to overcome this, on how to be able to beat the brokers, and how to be able to go, even if they try to manipulate the market against us, we already have our own defense mechanism. Okay, so what you have to do is 5 minutes at 11 or at 2:25. Let's just assume we're trading at 2:30. So at 2:25, you're going to be able to come here, you put your chart on the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute time frame, and you scroll right to the last candle. Let me scroll right here. You can see the last candle we have here is this one. Okay, so the strategy we're going to be using is called the straddle strategy. And if you just check on what is called the straddle strategy, let's check on Google so that you can be able to see. If you check on the straddle strategy, straddle has different meanings, but in terms of stock market or the financial market or the forex market, straddle in terms of forex, they say it's a simultaneous purchase of an option to buy and to sell a security or a commodity at a fixed price, allowing the purchaser to make a profit whether the price of the security or commodity goes up or down. You see, so with this strategy, we don't care whether the news is going to go up or down. We don't care whether the news is going to be positive or negative. We're going to make money either way. We're going to make money either way once we know how to be able to set our chart. All right, so we don't care how the market is going to go, whether the market is going to go up and down. That's why we're using this straddle strategy. So the straddle strategy, 5 minutes before the news is released, you come to your chart. All right, you come to your chart, and if the market is going down, if the last candle, you check on the last candle. The last candle here is bearish. Bearish meaning if the last candle is going down, the bearish candle is going to be red. So if you come here and you see a red candle, the first signal you're going to place should be a buy signal. So start with the buy signal. So to place your buy signal, you just use this button. If you see on your mouse, this place that you screw, it's very, very important. I know most of you guys don't use this option, but in Forex Trading and in MT5, this place is very, very important. This one that you have to scroll, the circle part in between your two, the left and the right click, the circle part. This place is very, very important. So when you come there, you just take your mouse to the current price. To the current price, you can see the current price you have here is ticking around here. So you just take your mouse there and you right click and you click on that circle place. You just press it down. All right, when you press it down, it's going to produce the cursor. You can see this cross. It's going to produce this cross. And then you just left click and you hold and you take it right up until you see 10 pips. 10 pips is the same as 100 points. So a pips is before you get a pip, you divide points by 10. All right, so a pips is 1/10 of points. So when you just take it up until you see 100 points, you just delete 0 or you just divide by 10, you'll be able to have 10 pips. So just always remove 0, you'll be able to have pips, because on MT4, MT5 or any other platform, most of the time they put the pips in terms of points, but you just divide by 10 and you have it in terms of pips. So when you take from this current price, as I told you, you just take it up. Around here you will see that we have 10 pips is around this place. So what we want to do is we want to be able to put a buy stop 10 pips from the current price and a sell stop 10 pips below the current price. All right, so let's just assume we have the current price here. We want to be able to have a buy stop above and a sell stop above. So even if immediately the news is released, even if it has to go down, we have something like a trap that we're going to be able to catch the move. And if it has to go up, we have something like a trap that we're going to be able to catch the move. So that's the use of sell stops and buy stops. The sell stop go below, that tells the market that, okay, once the market comes or once the chart comes a bit below this level, then you sell. And the buy stop goes above, it tells the market that, okay, if the chart goes above this level, then you buy. So we want to be able to place our sell stop and buy stop 10 pips from the current price. All right, so what you do is once you come here, you just click, you left click. Once you already bring out your cursor, you just to get the cursor, I already told you guys, you just click on the circle place, then you left click and hold. You take up to 10 pips. When you reach where you see 10 pips or 100 points, you just let the mouse go, then you right click. When you right click, you go up to trading, then you go to sell stop. All right, so before you go to sell stop, you need to be able to make sure you have the correct lot size. You have the correct lot size that you're going to be trading inside this other place. You have the correct lot size. And for you to be able to know the correct lot size, let me show you. You have to be able to know your account balance. So let's take this demo account, for example. The account balance on this demo account is 8,100. All right. Don't worry, at 2:30, we're going to be doing it on a live account. But on this account, the account balance is 8,100. So you go on the website, on the same website, on the position size calculator, the website which I already told you is Hot Forex position size calculator, and here you choose. Our leverage here is 1:500. The symbol that we're going to be trading here, you choose you need to make sure you choose Forex, because here you have Forex commodities. So make sure you choose Forex. The symbol that we're going to be trading, you select is USD card, and then here you click on calculate volume, because you want to be able to calculate the lot size or the volume. So you click on calculate volume, they will ask for the margin. The margin stands for the account balance. So here we put 8,100 and we click on calculate. Okay, so when you click on calculate, the lot size that you can use here, the maximum is 40.5. 40.5. So we just come here, we put 40. Remember, I said this is a high risk strategy which you can make a lot of money if you know how to set it correctly. So we come here on this spot and we put 40. That's the lot size we're going to be using on this particular strategy. So once we already have 40 here, we come here, we click on the circle place that I showed you guys earlier. On this circle place, this ball, the round ball between the left and right click, between the left and right click, this one. So once you click on it and you have the cursor, the crosshair, they call it the crosshair, you just left click here, you go up. Here we have 10 pips. You right click at that particular place, you go to trading, you go to we're going to be able to put a buy stop. You put a buy stop. You can see we have a blue line. We have a green line, sorry. That green line stands for our buy stop. If you check this other side, you will see we already have a buy stop with a lot size of 40. You come here, the same thing. This is the current price. You just left click again. The crosshair will be able to appear. Then you left click, you hold and you go down. You just look by the side for the digits that are going to be there. Here we have 100 pips again. You let the mouse go and you right click. You go up. You go to sell stop. That's already our sell stop. Our sell stop is there 40 at that particular point. Good. So at this point in time, we're going to be able to set our stop loss. Remember, you're going to be able to do this very fast because you have just 5 minutes before the news is released. Here we're going to be able to put our take profit and our stop loss. I'm not greedy. My take profit is just going to be 20 pips. I'm looking for just 20 pips from this particular strategy. 20 pips can make me a lot if I know how to make this particular. And I'm going to show you on the live account at 2:30. So here, to put my stop loss, I just come here. When you just put the mouse on this particular trade, then you right click on it, you can see the same modify. All right. When you click on modify, it's going to open this small window. On take profit, you just click on this arrow. So when this small window has opened, for you to be able to put your take profit, you just click on this small arrow here. This digit is going to occur. So you come on this. Remember, we want to put the take profit on this particular one, on this particular order, the buy stop. So you come there again. You right click on. You click on. You remove your crosshair. Then you left click again. You go up onto where you see 20 pips because our take profit is just 20 pips. All right, that's 20 pips, which is the same as 200 points. We let the mouse go. Then once you reach at that particular point, you read the digit by the right. By the digit by the right on the chart, we have 1.2546. Okay, so we come here on our take profit. We put 1.25460. Then that's our take profit. Our stop loss, we do the same thing. Our stop loss is just going to be 10 pips, 10 pips from our buy stop. So we bring out our crosshair again. We left click. We take it down. This is 10 pips around here. We read the digits there by the right. It's 1.25158. So we go here to stop loss. We put 1.25258. Then we confirm. Good. You can see that's simple. You can see that's our take profit there, and that's our stop loss. Somewhere there. So we already have the take profit and the stop loss set on that one. You do the same thing for your sell position. You do the same thing for your sell stop. You just go here to put the take profit for the sell. You do the same thing for the sell position, and to do that, you just go on the trade again. You just put your mouse on the trade. You right click. You go to modify trade, and here, when you go to modify trade, you just do the same thing here. All right. You do the same thing here. You just click on stop loss and you click on take profit. Then you'll be able to use your mouse to determine the position. You put in the values, and that's all. Okay, so let's just assume this one, the take profit is somewhere here, 24.87. 24.87, and the stop loss normally is going to be here because the stop loss is 10 pips from the original price, which is 25.164. So we're reading the digit by the right of our crosshair. It's 25.164. So here we have 25.164, and we click on modify. Good. So if I make this smaller, you will see here we have our sell stop. The take profit is here, and we have our buy stop. The take profit is here. We also have our sell stop. The stop loss is here. Our buy stop. The stop loss is here. All right. So this will take you just about 1 minute to be able to set this both to be able to set all this position, or about 2 minutes. And once you've already set them up, this is what I want you to do. You can go back to this particular website. You can even minimize it, or you can open it. The best thing you can do is just to open it on your phone. to open it on your phone so that you can be seeing what is going on. On this website, you just have it on your phone open by the side, or on another website open by the side, and you are reading what is going on. So what you want to do is, what I want you to do is, you need to be able to keep on regulating these positions until you have just 20 seconds left before the market is released. Okay, so here we already have our buy stop, and here we already have our sell stop. So what I want you to do is, after about 1 minute, because here we just have about 2 or 3 minutes left. So after about 30 seconds to 1 minute, I want you to come here on this buy stop. Always make sure the distance of the buy stop and the sell stop from the current market price is 10 pips. Simple. Always make sure the distance between the buy stop and the sell stop from the current market price is 10 pips. Here we have our buy stop, and here we have our sell stop, and we have the current market price here. You can see it's fluctuating up, and that's the current market price. So after about between 30 seconds to 1 minute, I come here and I check. For example, if I check this one, I'll see that the distance I have here between the current market price and the sell stop is 8 pips. So what I do is, I'll just increase it. I'll just take it down a little bit for about 2 pips. All right, so that the market doesn't trigger any of our stop even before the news is even released. Because this is what used to happen. Before the news is released, few minutes before the news is released, the brokers or the liquidity providers, they'll take up the charts up and down the few minutes and trigger all your position, and you even lost your money before that particular news is released. So you need to keep on controlling it. For example, here again, I come here, if I check here, I'll see that, okay, the distance between my current market price and the buy stop here is 12 pips. So I take this one a little bit down by 2 pips. So now you see the distance between this one is 10 pips. From the current market price to buy stop is 10 pips. Current market price to sell stop is 10 pips. Okay. So now, and the good thing is, once you've already put your buy stop, your take profit and your stop loss on any of the buy stops and sell stop, once you drag it up and down, it automatically drags your stop loss and your take profit. So you don't need to be controlling it again. You can see I can take it up, I can take it down. Immediately I drag it, you can see all the 2 lines, the take profit, the stop loss, all the 2 lines are being dragged. Okay, so all those positions are being dragged at the same time. The same thing goes for sell stop and stop loss. That's the advantage of MT5, because you can be able to do these drag and drops easily without time cutting you short. So always make sure you keep controlling it. Even if the market just jump from here and it goes up for 8 pips, make sure you measure. You measure again. 10 pips is going to be here. You take this one a little bit up. You take the buy stop a little bit up from that current position, and then you take the sell stop up also from the current price, so that the distance between the buy stop and the sell stop should always be 10 pips. Okay, you keep doing that until when you come on this website and you see that you have just 20 seconds left. So you need to be looking on your phone. When you see that you have just 20 seconds left for the news to be released, you don't do anything again. You don't shift the positions again. You don't manipulate the position. You don't control the stop losses again. So wheresoever position, so before, like 20 minutes before the news release, make sure they are 10 pips, 10 pips different. They have a 10 pip difference from the current price. So here I'll know that, okay, my buy stop here is 10 pips from the current price, and my sell stop is below 10 pips from the current price, and I just sit and wait. All right, I already have my stop loss. I already have my take profit. So what I do is I just sit and wait. At exactly 2:30, the news is going to be released, and it's going to take one direction or the other. Okay, once the news is released, it's either going to be positive or negative. Once it's positive, it's going to go up. It's going to go up immediately. Let's just assume it's positive. It's going to go up from here, trigger our buy stop here, and our take profit is right here. It might take a couple of minutes to hit our take profit, or even a couple of seconds. That sometimes it used to take even a second to hit our take profit, and we're already out with 20 pips. That 20 pips on this kind of account, or maybe like my live account that I'm going to be using, I'll use my account that is between 8,000 and 10,000. So 20 pips, you can be able to make even 5,000, 6,000, or even $8,000. Okay, so as soon as the news is released at 2:30, one of these stop losses, one of the others, either the buy stop or the stop loss, is going to be triggered. And once it's triggered, it's going to either hit our stop loss, or if it triggers and doesn't go away, then you hit it's either going to hit our take profit, or if it doesn't go our way, then it will hit our stop loss. Or best case scenario, if it doesn't go our way after the news has been released, then you can still trade. You can still use what they call trailing stops, or even just close out the trade with maybe 10 pips profit. All right. So the strategy is just as simple as that. You just set your stop loss and your buy stop and your sell stop 10 pip above and below. Okay, so 10 pip above and below respectively before the news is released. And once the news is released, target just 20 pips. When you target 20 pips, get out of the trade and close your chart, and you're done for the day. And make sure the particular currency pair that you're trading doesn't have any fundamental which is affecting any of the currency pairs, any of the currencies on that pair beside that particular fundamental. So here we're using employment chains for Canada as an example. We don't want any other fundamental to be on the Canadian dollar at that particular point in time, or we don't want any particular fundamental to be on the US dollar at that particular point in time. So with this, we've been able to come to the end of this particular video. Not to the end of part 1, because part 2 is going to be at 2:30. So at 2:30, I'm going to be able to show you the live example. I'm going to be able to show you a live example on a live account. And remember, as a routine, whatsoever profit we make from that account, we're going to still be able to withdraw it live on camera. Always treat trading as a business. And when you do a business, that sometimes you need to pay yourself. So I don't feel shy when I have to pay myself. So if we make any profit at 2:30, we're going to still be able to withdraw it. So till then, and I'm also going to be able to leave the link as soon as part 2 is up. As soon as the live link, the live part is up, I'll leave the link up so that immediately after watching this one, you can go and watch the live one. So if you've gotten some value from this video so far, please make sure you leave a thumb up on the video. Leave a thumb up on the video. That will be able to tell me if you've actually gotten some value from the video. And also hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, because on my channel we're going to be doing a lot of live trading on live accounts, a lot of live withdrawal. So also hit the subscribe button below so that you can also stay informed, and click this link, click this video. I'm going to leave the link here so that you can be able to watch part 2 that will be trading on a live account. Until then, I'll see you on part 2.